They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to Huntington, West Virginia, Jones C. Edwards Stadium, home of the Marshall Thundering Herd. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Marshall Thundering Herd. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Mountaineers will boot it away to start the game. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Marshall's offense will go on the attack first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Able to run it out to the 28 on first down. Now it's 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Let's talk for a second about Marshall. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff that becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning.
Turning it on! Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Now on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting it to the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
They'll go to the toss. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk to the defensive... Coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. So the West Virginia Mountaineers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Mountaineers will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll run the option. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Goes to the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Thundering Herd faces a 3rd and short. They'll run the option. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Marshall quick to the line.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right.
Oh, he's got some space. Lowers those pads. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. You guys have both played in game, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Makes the grab. It's Harrell. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Give to the big fullback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Quick release on the RPO. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Keeps it on the bootleg. Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Mountaineers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense didn't fully...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the...
That's one of the reasons I love this linebacker, man. He can rush the passer. He does a great job timing his blitz, and with that speed, he's able to get home quickly.
Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. On the option. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Now they'll run it on the toss. Got room to work. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. The option look. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Marshall quick to the line.
And that's a play you may look back on when this thing's all said and done as a key play in the game. 4th down, one the offense absolutely has got to be able to come up with. And I love the play call because you're going option and you're putting it on your quarterback to make the right decision. The pitch guy was where the ball had to go, and he's able to use his speed just enough to pick up the 1st.
He'll toss it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Got it in the middle. It's Slater. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Quick strike complete. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Marshall with a fresh set of downs as we open the 2nd period.
Let's go.
On the option. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Marshall!
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the 4th quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Sam Houston is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off.
West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Got enough for the 1st. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Mountaineers will hustle to the line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The secondary walks up on the line, showing fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Fires to the big fella. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. They'll go back to the ground. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Marshall now lines up trying to convert on third and short. They want to run it left here. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Here's the handoff. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Marshall might go for a big play here on second and short. On the option. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Quarterback making adjustments. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Fires to the big fella. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Marshall might try to catch this defense thinking run here on second and inches. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Gets the back moving. The lone back's got it. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Trying to get the corner. Past the sticks and still on his feet. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line. The Thundering Herd picked up a fresh set of downs by keeping it on the ground. Now on the option. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Marshall quick to the line. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
Well, you got to give this offense a lot of credit because they've been really physical. And they've been doing a nice job running the football on this drive, getting themselves into this position, 3rd down in the red zone. They've got a 4-point lead. Obviously, a huge 3rd down here, but even if they don't get it, they can kick the field goal, make this a 7-point game. Obviously, they're thinking touchdown, try to make this a 2-possession game.
Gets it out quickly. just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be... the 17. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't...
There he goes. He was trying to reach the sticks, but he doesn't quite make it down at the 23. It's 4th down. The Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Wants to bring it back. Ripping through the defense. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Connection to the right. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Using his legs, it's Harold. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. To the air, it's Fox. Finds his tight end. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. You start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys, they've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
From the 47. On 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Touchdown Mountaineers. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This offense has it with really good field position. Quick completion to the right.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And the Mountaineers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job. Loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Good, right down the boulevard. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really depend on.
Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Got the quick pass. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Fox. Makes the catch. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Offense, quick tempo. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. he was catching the football, he was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. It's pretty. He didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their 2 guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Quickly complete. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
And he's wrestled to the ground. The Mountaineers want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Very little will make a crowd. Spread like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Skinner. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Makes it past the marker. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the 1st down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Fox. Finds his man. It's Slater. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. And the least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Marshall will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt is on its way. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
The give on the inside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. He's looking downfield to throw. The short hands, it's Hubbard. It'll be a 1st down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. And the Mountaineers headed quickly to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
The Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't hold on, he had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. And the Mountaineers decide to punt it away. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Marshall takes over the ball, the thundering herd offense coming out. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a 1st down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is.
Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. Good gain on the return, and this defense has... them up with a big play.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Can't get him to the ground. Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He'll try it again. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. They'll run it on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that 1st down play, now giving up a negative play on 2nd down. You better be very careful about this 3rd down play call.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much.
First down. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Just an ill... Nice play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. On the ground, it's Hubbard. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers! They take the lead with the 6. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. Brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. The last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Sends it back in motion. They'll run the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And they grab it in the end zone. Good job corralling that football, but he couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it'll be a safety.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He'll do it himself. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Fires to the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Pulls it in. It's Harris. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. The Mountaineers send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. And the ball comes to rest right there.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield. And now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. Marshall quick to the line, making side adjustments here. To the air, it's Fox. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Converts on fourth down, still going. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Not only... Scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down, we'll open up the final period. They'll try the toss to the left. Oh, better look out! And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Marshall might go for a big play here on second and short.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Here comes the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, West Virginia. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Indiana managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Bloomington had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at it, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Using the quick game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They're working that left side. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. The Thundering Herd was stuck with some tough field position, but now a chance to get a drive going. Wants to keep it in the air. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Quarterback keeps it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll return it. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the...
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He'll pull it on the read. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. And the Mountaineers come to the line in the hurry-up. Off play action. Catch in the middle. It's Clay. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
I love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. You know the defense is expecting you to run the football, and you just did it the previous play. So on that 3rd down, you dial up the play action and keep the chains moving.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Mountaineers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And here comes the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Fighting off the defender. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. On the option. Now the toss. running at the 40. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
The option look. Quick toss. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Marshall! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Into the end zone, the two-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
The Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line.
Let's go.
On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll pitch it. Past the first down marker and still running. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. Marshall got that running game going on the last play. Let's see what they have here. On the option. He'll keep it himself.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Grab behind the line. It's Pringle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
One thing you know with this guy at fullback, he's not going to fumble the football, and I think that's why they're handing it off to him in the fourth quarter with the lead.
Motion from the back. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Herd!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a two-possession lead.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Clay. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they got the completion, but still looking at a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And the pass is incomplete on fourth down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. They'll decline the penalty here. So the play stands. Great place to start for this offense. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Wide out, trying to get it in. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Sticks it in his belly. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league, but check this out. Texas A&M found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in College Station. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Turning it on! Past the 30. He's at the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They want to throw it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on second down. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. His defense didn't hang its head. They stood tall after the big play. Third and goal coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Picks up the first down. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Marshall! Once he got some room, it was over. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues. A
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking to throw on first down. Keeps the play going. And the Mountaineers in the hurry-up. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And they spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
29 Philly.
Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The Mountaineers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Defense in press coverage. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they...
Touchdown, Mountaineers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Now he'll throw back into the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 2.
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Marshall.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Loss of 8. Offense is stopped. Will be a turnover again.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course. And when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.